Welcome to our podcast, Može Kafa. We are Ivana
and Maki,
your host. In this podcast, we discuss interesting details about Serbian language and culture from a learner's and teacher's perspective.
We offer new and fun resources for learners of Serbian. To follow each episode with annotated script, vocabulary, and quizzes, join us also at Može Kafa Podcast on Instagram. So if you're ready, grab a cup of coffee and enjoy the podcast. Dobro jutro svima.
Dobro jutro. We have our coffees.
With us today, yes.
Yes, živeli.
Živeli. Prijatno.
I don't think you're supposed to cheer with the coffee, but you know.
But normally we should have rakia with it, so we lack that. We still talk about rakia. It was our last episode, but we love it, as you guys see.
Exactly. But we're going to talk about something different today.
Yes.
And it's not going to be about food. It's going to be about music.
Yes, songs.
So we each of us picked 5 songs.
Yeah.
And we kind of like had this idea of popular songs, but also potentially songs that we like, or maybe some funny songs. Like there's a reason why we picked these, and you're probably it's good for you to know them, you know, from one reason or the other. So, I'm really, really curious to start. I mean, like, looking forward to starting because I didn't know one song that you mentioned. Did you know that?
No,
we'll go through it.
Okay. First, let me ask you then about the music culture here in Serbia.
Yeah.
I've been to kafanas and bars, but I think, like, in kafanas, all folk music, like Yugoslavian music, is played, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's it's also slightly different in the south and in the north.
Yeah.
Because in the south, everything is a bit more like kind of like Turkish influence of the music, and or we call it folk. But we have different styles. We have that also in the north, but we also have some different styles. So I think in kafana it would be like folk music, like also turbo folk, which is like the modern which is the modern blend, which is like turbo, which means like very, very upbeat. And there's a lot of this I don't know how is it called when you kind of like change your I'm gonna do it, guys, don't laugh at me. It's a lot of like like of this. It's not a vibrato, but you purposely do it, you know. But that's the style of the music, and I think it also kind of like combination of that's turbo folk. I'm not talking about folk music, turbo folk, and it's a kind of like a gypsy influence too. I shouldn't say gypsy, Romani or Roma, and so we also have tamburashi, trubaci, right? Which is the how do you call these instruments? Like air instruments? No, what are they?
Maybe like you blow it in them.
Yes, exactly. They're mostly used at the weddings. Like, you know, these kind of like occasions. But then we also have tamburashi in the north, which is a bit slower. You know, the north is very like chill.
I know.
They have like the instrument tamburica, and so there's so many. Obviously, throughout the history, we also had very, very popular rock bands. We have very popular like 90s bands. We call them 90. Right.
Okay.
So we had everything.
Yeah.
But
cool. And the most popular genre, if I ask, what would you say?
I think, you know, nowadays if you go out, it's probably gonna be some sort of like pop, turbo folk like influence. And you know, music is changing nowadays. It's not just one, you like mix things, so it's like more poppy, but there's still a bit of this turbo folk influence. But I think I would say like kafanske pesme, which is songs, kafanska muzika, which is songs like being played in kafanas. So it's more like a folk influence. These are, I think, the most, I don't want to say authentic because there's so many different genres that you can find. There's like ethno music too, like that's a totally different style. But it's it's a thing when you say merak, you know, like the feeling of enjoyment of the moment. That's when I think of kafanska muzika.
I see.
When
Do
people
musicians make new covers now for the old folk music or kafana music?
Oh,
This happens a lot in Turkey. Like old folk music turns into a rock music. They kind of play with it and they make new covers out of them.
it might be, but I'm gonna say no because I think there are these kind of music. Like I haven't heard of anything like that, but they're really respected. Like you really respect the artist, you really respect, and it's like you don't even dare cover the song because it's such a cult song or like cult music, you know, and we have a lot of respect for these people. We really like respect artists and songs as well, but mostly artists that sang these songs. So yeah.
But on the other hand, in Turkey, it's seen as a kind of a way of respect as well, because they are bringing it to the new generation and make them stay famous, you know.
Oh, we still know the oldest songs. We still know them. They somehow they just stick, and because again they're part of our culture. But never say never. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's something that's going to happen. You know, I just don't know.
Yeah, if it knows, you will say Mikey had told us.
Exactly. But you know, guys, just to give you a heads up, I grew up also with like some channels that had this like popular music from the US and like all over the world. So I'm not the best person to talk about this whole thing because it wasn't like my favorite genre, you know. So it was really, I always loved learning other languages like English. So I went in that direction mostly. But I try to pick and choose like songs that I feel are really relevant.
Okay.
They're going to be really relevant to you. So yeah, and like make sure to explore these genres. Make sure to explore all these songs to kind of like get the feeling of what I'm talking about.
And if you write one of them in YouTube will recommend you the similar ones or related ones. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, shall we start with yours first then?
Oh, okay. We're gonna start with mine. So we're actually gonna start with kafanska muzika or kafanska pesme, which is something if you go to a kafana. And I don't mean bar because in bars like pubs or something, you're probably gonna hear different types of music, like modern music, but you need to go to a kafana to hear these. Okay, so the first one that I wrote, let me just take my notes. And it's, I picked Ana Bekuta, and the song is Veseljak, which means jolly person.
Jolly person.
Exactly. Exactly, jolly person. I don't know if there's one word for that. And so I picked this one because I was trying to think of like one or two songs that I would constantly hear. There were like the highest chances for me to hear them in kafanas, and also the people love singing them. So like I see enjoyment in their face.
Is it easy to memorize the lyrics, or is it funny? Why do many people know this song?
Oh, you're gonna probably because of the lyrics, probably because of the rhythm. I think it's a lot about the lyrics.
What
because
does it say?
It has to.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna just give you the chorus, which is "Đavolu bi dušu dao za merak," which means he would give his soul for merak. And this is a very important part because as I talked about merak, you know, the feeling of like pure enjoyment in the moment, which is different from merak that you have in Turkey. That's the kind of thing that would hit your heart in the kafana, right? So, and then the next line is Ja ga volim što je takav veseljak.
I love him
because he is
what did you
such
say?
Ja ga volim što je takav veseljak.
Because he is such a jolly person.
Exactly, yes. Guys, we can't really use the songs, I think, so you're gonna have to Google them. But I can sing out a bit, sing something.
Okay.
And I want to kind of like give you the feeling of that vibrato, whatever it is, you know. and it goes, "Đavolu bi dušu da zamerak," something like that. I don't know how to sing this, but it's this very specific style of singing. You're not gonna hear that in like very popular music. I think that also hits you, like the way the tone is and everything. So yeah, that's the first one. And as soon as the beat starts, everyone's like, "Whoa!"
Starts dancing.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Have you heard of that one? You haven't?
I did yesterday. I mean, before that, I
Okay.
didn't. Maybe I heard, but I couldn't remember.
Okay. Then the second one that I wrote was Louis. And for some reason, I just realized that Louis is not written like in Serbian, Louis, but like Louis.
Yeah.
And the song is Opa Opa, which I think everyone knows Opa Opa from like the Greeks,
Mm-hmm.
which is like the sound you make when, you know, you're having fun. Opa! Like, you know, I don't know, just continue dancing or whatever. But we do it too. Opa is like a very frequent word in Serbian.
Yeah. In Turkish too. Opa, we say.
You too. There you go. So probably, who knows, me took it from you. But yeah, it's kind of like idemo, like let's go, you know,
let's
like
go
kind
out.
of this. Yeah, so I like this culture of how do you call it? Kind of like boosting people like through dance or like music and or singing or whatever. So it's really nice. And this one is a very famous one. It goes Opa Opa Neka Neka. Do you know what it means?
Neka Neka, like never? No.
Neka Neka is in this context would be like let it be. Like it's okay. Neka Neka. It's fine. Like
I see.
And then he says Sve ću da ti dam. I'll give you everything. Sve ću da prodam. I'll sell everything. Samo tebe, and then tebe, samo tebe da imam. Only to have you. Tebe sam, tebe is you. Right? Tebe samo da gledam. Only to watch you. So he's basically saying, it's okay. I'll give you everything. I'll sell everything just to see you, just to have you, just to watch you. You know. So it's kind of like admiration. But these are kind of songs that you're gonna encounter. Yeah.
Cool. So the first one was for a man, and this one was for a woman.
Yes.
Let's see what's the third.
What the third one's going to be about. The third one is about a very, very famous, we call them XU rock bands. And the reason why I call them XU, because during the time, the 80s, like 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, it was Yugoslavia, right?
Yeah.
So they always identified as Yugoslavian, not Serbian or Bosnian or Croatian or whatever. And this particular group or band, Bijelo Dugme.
They are very famous in Turkey as well.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, not everyone will know, but yeah, this guy is really, really famous.
Okay. And Bijelo Dugme means a white button, basically. But it's in a different like dialect, which is, we would say in Serbia, belo dugme, right? So you can see that they're not from that area of Serbia. So they're from Bosnia, which is from Sarajevo. Yeah. And they were really popular and really like, they're still really popular. They're like a cult, you know. Yeah. And because you said a guy, right? There's this one guy who really contributed a lot. His name is Goran Bregović.
Yes, Goran Bregović, because of his music for the movies, I guess. Like, what was the movie? Gypsies Time? No.
Yeah,
The Time of Gypsies,
The Time of Gypsies,
Yeah, that one, for example, made him so popular in Turkey.
Exactly. And he's popular like worldwide. Not anymore just in Yugoslavia, because he's like he's also known for like Roma songs and like using the Roma language, and he also collaborated a lot with Emir Kusturica for like in the movies, as you said. So he was like, out of all of them in the group, he really became popular, very famous, and like, you know, like respected, I would say.
Definitely.
A very important thing about Bijelo Dugme is they had so like I think 4 different vocals, like they would change them constantly. And there's this one, if I'm not mistaken, there's this one Alen Islamovic who is singing in this song that I'm gonna tell you, which is Đurđevdan.
I know Đurđevdan.
Yeah, and Alan is very, very famous for his raspy voice. Something like this, you know, I don't know how to explain.
I see, like a rocker.
But like a very rock, yeah. And so, do you know what Đurđevdan is?
Yes, it's a holiday, St. George's Day.
Yeah. So it's not only in Serbia; it's in Turkey as well, as far as I know. It's in other countries, and it's the St. George's Day, basically. And for us, it's also Slava, right?
Yeah.
So it's it can be not only a holiday but also Slava. And this is also called Ederlezi.
Yeah.
And how do you say Hıdrellez?
Hıdrellez in Turkish.
Hıdrellez, exactly. So, but the thing is, what I want to point out, I think this song was a Serbian cover of Ederlezi, which is first it was written in Roma language.
Yeah, I think so.
And then in Serbian, Yugoslavian, whatever. So yeah, I really like this song. I think it also brings a lot of culture with it, and I'm gonna tell you some of the lyrics.
Okay.
Which is no, I have to act it out. I was singing it to my boyfriend.
This is a hard song to sing. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just, this is just me having fun. I'm not really singing it to sing it. So to give you the impression of the raspy voice, he starts, Proljeće na moje rame sleće, something like that.
Wow, that was nice.
Spring is landing on my shoulder. And then he says, Đurđevak zeleni, twice, which is lily of the valley is sprouting. And then he says, Svima osim meni, for everyone except for me.
So one question, that Đurđevak is like the flower there, right?
Yes, yeah. And I was trying to find a translation, and someone's like translated it as lily of the valley. So I don't really know if that's correct.
It's the green one, I guess.
Yeah. And I think it's a really cool song. It really like builds up, and
Definitely.
It's a really
I love
emotional.
It. I mean, each time you listen to it, you might have goosebumps, or it catches you. I think.
Yeah, it's
a very nice song while riding as well to listen.
Yeah, I still love it. Like, I still love listening to it. Everyone loves it. Like, you're not gonna find a person who hates it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, then you have to check out Bijelo dugme, because she's also gonna mention them.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one I mentioned is mostly because of the artist, and it's Zdravko Čolić. He was also very, very famous, and he's kind of known like a heartbreaker in Serbia. And he's also known, he wasn't like a ladies' man to say that he was like hooking up with everyone, but he was that ideal, you know, like that's the man, the so good looking, such good voice, such a presence. He's known for his presence. He knows how to like lift the atmosphere. Yeah, like in the room or whatever. Like I attended one of his concerts, and he was just amazing. And I picked one song which I feel like it's a good upbeat song, which is Ajde Ajde Jasmina. And
come on Jasmina.
Exactly. So because you say hade, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So come on Jasmina, and then the next line is Znam ti ukus karmina. I know the flavor of your lipstick. Karmin is lipstick.
Wow.
And then this is the part why I chose it. There's a bit of a, how do you call it? I forgot now in English. The when you have like a tongue twister.
Oh.
Even for us, rade crvi u krvi. Which is people always mix them. Rade krvi u crvi, which makes no sense. Rade crvi u krvi means worms are running in your blood. Like worms are like it's not about her having worms, it's about her like
being hot or energetic.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. I ritam te mrvi, and the rhythm crushes you. And a ti mi se tu praviš fina, but you're pretending to be nice.
Oh.
So he's talking about this very fiery character, Yasmina, and I think that the only reason why I picked it was because it's very popular, and also because of that rade crvi u krvi, which is still, we still laugh at it, we still make mistakes.
Before we continue with the show, here's a quick reminder. This podcast is free for everyone and supported by listeners like you. We hope that this podcast is useful and convenient to you. This is a labor of love for both of us. To help us continue creating useful content for everyone, we will appreciate your help. If you have the means, you can support us in different ways. You may just go to buymeacoffee.com/mozdekafa podcast and send us some cups of coffee. You may also become a member of our show on patreon.com/mozdekafa podcast and get extra benefits like bonus content, full transcripts of the show in Serbian, or even join us on the show. We rely on your support to help everyone more in learning Serbian language and culture. Thanks for joining us today, and now let's get back to our episode.
Good.
Cool one. Yeah, I wish we could have played them, but we will put the links and people will listen and dance with them.
I had a mini concert in my place like 2-3 nights ago. My boyfriend did not like it, but I was like, I was just singing. He was filming me too. Anyway, the last one is probably one of my favorite ones because it's Đorđe Balašević, the singer.
Yes, he's so famous around here too. Everybody mentions him to me.
Yeah, there are people that also don't really like him, but he's very, very northern. Like, you remember that I told you about Tamburashi? That's kind of like his style. Like, it's very slow northern style. He's not so known as a good vocalist. He's known as a good storyteller. So if you are interested in like vocal capabilities, he's not the guy for you. But he's really good at like creating like the songs and like the story behind it. Everything is really just clever, and he's very romantic.
I see.
And he married a girl. I mean, by the way, he died like 1 month ago or something. I guess,
everybody was putting him on the stories saying rest in peace.
He was really a very, very big part of our family. We don't know him, but like, you know, spiritually and through his music. So and this song is Devojka sa čardaš nogama, and which means girl with čardaš legs. And
what does čardaš mean?
Okay, čardaš is a traditional Hungarian dance. And if you know, Hungary is bordering Serbia in the north, and there's a big minority of Hungarians in Serbia. So it's only normal that we blend in a way. We sometimes take some of their words, you know, and we have like certain synonyms, but also a bit of a culture, which is the dance. I don't know the dance.
So that means like the girl who can dance a Hungarian one?
Yeah, exactly. Who knows how to dance it well, you know? So let me just find it. Okay, it's here. The rhythm of čardaš is, again, you can find it online. It starts very slow and then it slowly builds up. That's čardaš for you. And so I'm just gonna read the part of a chorus, which is to kind of give you the idea of the storytelling behind it, which is, hey... I don't need to translate this. Pusti kose pune polena, let down of your hair full of pollen. Pollen? How do you say it?
Pollen.
I don't know. Hajde, baš u inat babarogama, come on, in spite of the witches, or like you could say boogeyman. So just out of spite, but in spite of everyone. Because you know that the old ladies are watching you, like, I don't care, I'm just going to be as provocative as I am. Hopla, which is just like hop, hoppala, oppa, something like that. Digni, exactly. Digni suknju iznad kolena, raise your skirt above the knees. Oh my God, above the knees. Znam da kriješ čardaš u tim lepim nogama. I know that you've been hiding čardaš in those lovely legs. So he's basically saying, let go, just enjoy. I know you love čardaš, I know you love to dance. And the whole story is that he's the he's not the guitarist, but he's one of the players from the band, and he's like helping her to move, and I think he likes him, but he's still in that period of like he's no one's, you know, in a way. So it's kind of like a love story too. But there's a lot of that from him. So that one is also very like, again, starts very slow, and then you just like hop, hop, you know. There's these moments. Exactly, I love it. Anyway, these are my picks.
Thank you.
Which ones did you like? Because you told me that you listened to them.
Yeah, interestingly, the first one, everybody knows, but when I asked them, like when I first came here, asked people to recommend me some songs, they hadn't mentioned this. I found it by myself on YouTube, and I realized it's quite famous. It is Bujav Lebats from Stars.
Okay.
So I love the video clip. Like I love the rhythm. Everything is so easy to.
I love the lyrics too. Yeah.
So let me tell you what it says. Bujav Lebats means moldy bread, by the way.
Yeah.
So in the video, the guy like starts to be friends with this moldy bread that he has at home, the only food that he has at home, and there's two mice witnessing all this friendship story. So it's quite funny.
It is,
and it is full of repetition, the song. So I will not say it correctly, maybe, but let me try. Chikpogore shtai mam za večeru. So guess what I have for dinner? And bujav lebats, bujav lebats. Moldy bread, and then nyam 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 nyam, he said.
Yeah, I read the lyrics too, and I think that they're like really funny. I think SARS also has a lot of like social commentary. That's why they're really liked. We have not many, but we have some of the groups that really like commenting on like political and social issues in Serbia. So I think they're one of them.
It's actually it seems easy, but it's a deep song, so I really like it. And the video is really cool, so I recommend it to everyone.
Yeah, definitely check them out.
And next one is Bikovic Bayaga. And the reason I chose it, I don't listen to it all the time, but it's quite like cultural here. Everybody knows, I guess. Not everybody, but many people who like to go to kafana and dance, they know this. Daria.
Do you know, I didn't know this song.
Really?
No, I didn't know the song. But I mean, I'm not currently in Serbia, so probably I missed out when it was popular, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's southern thing, maybe. So Daria is the name. She's a lady's name, I guess, here. Yeah. So Daria, slomila si me srce. So you broke my heart.
Yes.
Daria, ne mogu zaboraviti tebi. So I cannot forget you.
Exactly. Well, look at those romantic Serbs.
Yeah. But then he says, Daria, Daria, molim, vrati se ponovo u moje snove.
Aww.
So please come back to my dreams. I don't forget you, but still come back.
Exactly. Do you know that Bayaga he's a very famous, again, like kind of like ex-U part of the rock scene. So yeah. And Bikovic is an actor, and he knows Russian because part of the song is in Russian as well, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know it's because of Bikovic though.
Well, I think it's because of a series or movie that he filmed, and I think it's for that. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, he like acted in different Russian movies. That's what I want to say. The series.
This is a very catchy song, so it's nice for lifting your mood a bit.
I think it is. It's a very happy song, you know.
And my third one is from a famous, also who represented Serbia in Eurovision Song Contest, Željko Joksimovic.
Yes. He was so famous when I was growing up, so famous.
He's also very handsome. I think people were in love with him as well.
I think so, but but I still think Zdravko Čolić was even a bigger dude. But yeah, you're true. He is a handsome man. I mean, he is, you know, like a very typical like Serbian.
And he's calm and he's serious.
Yes.
And he seems so.
He's not known for some like, I don't know, scandals or anything like that. Never had that. So yeah, he's a really good voice as well.
Yeah. And his song is Lane Moje, so my phone, little dear. So noćas kreni, that means tonight go away, right? Hang out.
Kreni means to start going, I think.
Yeah. So tonight, start going.
Start going,
like,
something
start
like that.
Hanging out.
Or start something, yeah?
Yeah. Nije važno bilo s kim. So it doesn't matter who you are with. Just hang around. And then he says, nađi nekog nalik meni. So find someone who looks like me. Then ego pops in.
There you go.
And da te barem ne volim. I wish I didn't love you.
Yeah, so he's basically telling her, he's being angry. He's like, go away and find someone who, now I don't care who it is.
But he should look like me.
Exactly, because that's, the sign of love. And now I'm thinking, now I know which part it is. And then it goes, it's a nice song. I really like, I think it would deserve to be the second, in the second place.
Yeah, I think so too.
For Eurovision. He had another song for Eurovision, right?
Yeah.
And which won a third place, which is Nije ljubav stvar. Even that one, I don't really... I was never really into these songs so much, but when I listen to them, I think they're really nice songs. Yes. They're like, there's a bit of like ethno in those songs.
The music is great, and the lyrics are like very nice to follow, like easy to follow, and I don't know. Also the singers are really charismatic. So I think that's all combination.
Exactly.
Right. And next one is also traditional, and the name itself, the song's name will tell it, Yugoslavianka. So this is from Lepa Brena.
Oh my god, she's like I mean, I don't know if she's that famous right now, but she was so famous like during the 80s, 90s. I think she was. If you say Lepa Brena, everyone knows who she is.
Yeah. So the lyrics are very, I don't know, national, like it's proud of all the parts of Yugoslavia, I guess. So let me tell you. So, oči su mi more Jadransko. That means my eyes are the Adriatic Sea. So I take my eyes beauty from the sea.
Yeah. And probably blue, right?
Yes. Blue.
Okay.
Kose su, by the way, hair is in plural here. Kose su mi klasje Panonsko. So my hair is the Pananian basin.
Probably like hair is everywhere. I don't know.
Or no, the wheat, like around that area, the wheat is very golden, I guess. Like it refers to the wheat, as far as I heard.
She was also filmed in the field in like for crops or something.
Yeah, that's why I guess. Srdna mi je duša Slovenska. So my soul, my sad is from Slovenia, I guess. And ja sam Jugoslavanka.
Well, not Slovenia. It's like
Slavic
is Slavic.
So wistful is my Slavic soul.
Exactly, and she's Yugoslavianka.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, but if you ask her, maybe she will still say so.
Yeah, probably. Because, they grew up in that mentality. That's, for us, it's normal that we are like all separate, but, they were, I think my mom would probably say the same. She would be like, we're all one people, but then you're going to find someone who's going to be like, no, we're not. So everyone has a different idea and feeling about it.
But I like the song because it combines like all the beautiful places from Yugoslavia and puts it in a song. So nice.
It's celebrating Yugoslavia, definitely. And the next song that you are gonna mention, and again, it's by the group Bijelo Dugme. They also had an album where they were trying to bring out the same feeling, like of unity of Yugoslavia and everything. So they really like didn't support the war and everything. So they also kind of had the similar mentality.
I see. And the last one is from Bijelo Dugme. As I mentioned before, this time it's Hajdemo u planine. So let's go to the mountains.
We always do that. We do that when we go hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it refers to my life as well. Like, idem opening for the weekend, I get this message from my friends. So
I knew it. I was like, the reason why she knows it because she goes hiking. Yeah,
yes.
and with friends, I know it.
Ajmo Ćurice, Ćurice, right?
Ćurice.
Ćurice. Ajmo dječaci, sorry. Studenti, đaci.
It's difficult.
Very difficult. Milicajci. So police as well. Come on, students, police. So I think he's referring to the fights, maybe, like between the police. I don't know why he is including girls, boys, students, pupils, and police.
I'm guessing like just the unity part. I'm like, let's all gather, and I'm not quite sure.
Probably yeah, I mean, I would say teachers there instead of police, like students.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I don't know why police, but maybe like even you are welcome, even the police, you know. Yeah. I don't know.
And the song is like probably created at the end of the summer, sorry. So because it says zbogom more, like goodbye sea, goodbye sea. Odo u planine.
Aha. Idemo u planine. Jer tamo nema zime. Well, they're saying let's go to the mountains because there's no winter.
Zime. Yeah, it's like no threat, I guess. Is the meaning. Zime is winter, though.
Zime is winter. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. We should probably check the meaning of the song. I didn't, because like
when I checked, it was like that. Like most of the interpretations, like there is no threat in the mountains. So let's go to the mountains.
Because when I heard that song, I was young, so I never thought about the lyrics, but it makes sense. Yeah, that's a good one. And yeah. These are really good picks. As I told you, I learned something from you too. The song Daria, and I remembered many of the different songs. But Bijelo Dugme, really, guys, a good band. Check them out.
All right.
Yeah,
that's been quite informative again, and we have lots of mood-lifting songs for you guys.
Yeah, you're going to learn a lot about the culture. You're going to see that there are different styles. There are also music festivals in Serbia like Exit, which is a very famous. Very famous in Novi Sad. But they also have they mostly I think have international artists as far as I remember. But Guča is where you're going to listen to turbo folk and kafanske pesme and everything like that. So there's a lot of trubači and a lot of drinking, you know. If you go to Exit, there's a lot of drugs. But it kind of is when you go to these modern festivals, there's a lot of drugs. But Guča is a lot about rakia and beer.
I think I will prefer that one first.
Yeah. I've never been there, but my boyfriend, when he looked at the video, he's like, this looks like a place to be. And I'm like, I know, we should go. I want to take him once. So yeah. Guys, we're maybe not the best dancers, but we do
or singers.
Or singer.
You're better than me, Ivana, by the way. I didn't even dare, as you can see.
Yeah. But no, we're probably not the best singers in Serbia either, but we love to have fun.
Yeah.
So you're going to find good music.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, everyone, and share your comments with us after listening to these songs. We will be happy to hear your ideas on them.
Exactly. Hvala I pozdrav. Prijetno.
Prijetno. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed our podcast and learned something new.
In case you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, make sure to share them on our Instagram page, Može Kafa Podcast. Prijetno!